Um, all right. So last time we kind of talked about maybe having like some VODs to watch, or like you coming to the session with like a problem or a specific matchup you want to take a look at. Have you had much of a chance to play? I know you said you got kind of like your ass handed to you a little bit on these slippy games
Oh
a
my
little bit.
God,
Yeah.
bro. Every day, bro. Every fucking day. I played every day since
hmm
then.
Okay. Cool.
At
No, that's
least
sweet.
at least like a minimum 30 minutes on like Uncle Punch, and like I'll play matchmaking till I start like tilting pretty hard,
hmm
or like autopiloting becomes like a big issue, and then I'm dropping it because I don't want to keep building bad
Yeah.
habits.
No, for sure. Like, yeah. So I mean, okay, cool.
Yeah, I got a lot of bad games I can show you, and then I think I have one game where I played a little. I'm not gonna say good because I'm fucking ass, but I think I played decent on one game, I think.
Okay. Well, you can send whatever you like, right? Like, I mean, like depending on like how in depth you want to get into it, like we can watch a couple, we can watch one, kind of break it down. One
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
one thing I do want to know, like, have you tried ranked mode yet? Have you? I don't know if you like spent the $5 to pay for ranked or not, but um, have you tried any ranked matches or mostly just been like unranked? Have you tried like
It's
direct either?
it's mostly been unranked right now because
Okay.
I don't know, like I mean if I get my ass handed me unranked, like I feel like in ranked I'd probably like wouldn't even be able to learn anything.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and that's totally fair. I like ranked sometimes because I know that like people have this like kind of mentality that like they can't lose their precious little rank points, right? So they'll play a little bit more scared, or they'll like play a little bit more defensive, like how they might actually play in tournament. Whereas like sometimes you play unranked and you run into a Falco and he's just pressing like every button on the face of the earth and just trying to mash on you. So depending on like how good you are at handling that, it's either really easy or like really annoying, right? So
I think I probably won one Falco game out of like the 30 I played.
okay, true, yeah.
It's
And
miserable.
I know you said you were starting with Marth. Like, have you found a matchup that you like so far? Like, do you like Marth Fox, Falcon,
I think
Peach?
I think uh I think I lose every matchup unless
Okay.
I'm playing. I think I've been handing some whippings to the people that play Captain Falcon. I
Okay,
like
true.
that one.
Yeah, okay, sweet. Yeah, okay, well let's take a look at some matches and we'll kind of jump in. It'll give me like a little bit of a better sense of like where you actually are, cuz I've just coached so many people where they're like cracked from day one, or like they really need a push, you know? So
No, I'm definitely the one that's gonna need a push, bro.
no, that's fine.
This is rough because I have no background with Smash.
Mhm. Yeah, okay. What games did you say you played before? Just while you like are.
Like Tekken, fucking Dragon Ball Fighters. I played
Okay, cool.
Xenoverse 2.
Sweet.
I was really good at Xenoverse 2.
Okay, it's
And
cool.
then like dabbled in a lot of anime games. I played a lot of like tournaments and like Naruto, Shippuden, and all that.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played like too many fighting games. I mostly played like Third Strike, 2XKO, a little bit of Dragon Ball, like here and there. But like those are the ones I like dabbled in. Like I definitely want to like try them out. It's just Melee's always pull me back in, right? So that's always the one I'm like focused on. Um, okay, do
Yeah,
you
I'm already
know?
hooked on this game because it's so hard.
Yeah, right. Dude, I was having an argument like last night with people about like some people there's a lot of arguments about like controllers and like how things making stuff is easier is like better or worse for the game, sorry. And like dude, I was arguing like pretty hard. Like I think a lot of people like do like the fact that like Melee is like a hard game, like I think that is appealing for some people. I get why it's not, but like it's like a challenge, right?
Never seen a fighting game like this before.
Yeah, it's
It's
crazy, right?
fucking it's so optimized too. It's ridiculous. I think that's like the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, it can get pretty intense. Okay, cool. Let me show you how to like share matches. So if you open, like, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I can
cool.
share mine too if you want me to
Well, what I'll
walk me
probably
through it.
get you to do is I'll probably get you to just share like a game file. So like if you open the Slippy app,
Yep.
and you go to like your replays here at the top, like you can see
Gotcha.
like all your. I have mine like organized by folders and stuff, but like you can add like any game. Sorry, these are all like I don't know why they're like this. Here we go. You can like pick any game from like here's me playing like last month, right? Or like last night. So like I
Yep.
can like just like literally click it and then this one appears and then I can like drag it into Discord, right?
Oh, okay. All right, let me try that then. So I click it and then I just fucking whoop.
Yep.
Does
Yeah,
that work?
sweet. Yeah.
Okay.
So if that's the game you want to look at, like that's no worries. But yeah, that's usually how people
Oh,
share games.
yeah, fuck. Yeah, I won that game. I won that one.
Okay, beast.
I
Yeah.
played bad though. I think I played really bad.
All right. Well,
I
let's.
I have I'm just gonna tell you right now. I have like I don't know what it is. Like I'll practice all like the L canceling and the forward airs and the fucking neutral airs, and then I get in a game and then I just like start forward tilting. Like I don't know. I think it's my biggest problem right now is like I'm obsessed with the forward tilt because it creates that space. It's like high
Yeah.
risk, high reward. And I'm like obsessed with it, bro. But it gets me fucked up every goddamn game because I keep forward tilting.
Yeah, that's a funny one to like. I feel like most Marth players starting out like the meme, right? Is like they just F smash and like probably like one of the melee community's like biggest crimes is trying to convince Marth players that like F smash is like a scrub move. It's like definitely like if you over rely on it, it's bad, but like it's definitely one of his best moves for a reason. But I low key fuck with forward tilt like a lot too, so that's funny.
But it's bad because I throw it out, bro. I'm terrible. I'm so bad. So I'm
Okay.
just preparing you, dude. This is it's rough.
Okay, well let's take a look. You got some movement here. Like I can see you got like some dash dancing and wave dash. So that's like good enough where like we could actually start learning to teach you how to play. I think because like some people they buy coaching and they just like don't know how to do anything. Like it's pretty brutal when I have to teach people like how do you L cancel or stuff. Like not to say like if you struggle with it we couldn't talk about it. It's just more like you clearly are able to like move and position a little bit. So we have like a ground from like where to start. Um, Okay, so I know this is gonna sound like a bit of a generic question. It's mostly me just trying to get a sense of like what do you know about the game. That was nice. Um, so what I want to know is like tell me a little bit what you know either about Marth or what you know about Captain Falcon. Like whether they how they interact, how they are as characters on their own. Dude, these up smashes are crazy. Um, and I just want to get a sense of like what is it that you know or like have been told or whatever about melee.
Oh, okay. So I think the last week all I focused on was like trying to get like the mechanical skill,
Mm-hmm.
like the movement, and like I've really been working on that hard
Yeah,
because
it
I
looks
mean
like
it's my
it, dude.
first week playing.
Yeah.
I wanted to like bring that at least to the table so I
Mm-hmm.
can learn how to like actually like scrap with people.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like before I even learned how to do the movement, I wasn't winning a single goddamn game.
Yeah, no, I mean
Like
it's pretty
I couldn't
rough.
position Marth. I couldn't position him to like hit anything
Hmm.
before. So I think working on the movement helped me with that. I think Mars like I think he's big on the ledge. Like that's
Hmm.
the vibe I get from him. But I can't play the ledge. I'm scared to play the ledge. I think Captain Falcon's like really like oppressive. Like he's like in your face, but
Hmm.
he gets punished for it a lot.
Right. Okay.
I think he like punishes autopiloting like really bad.
Yeah, he does, cause he's like his biggest thing, right? Like if you watch this guy, like you don't have to like look super in depth, but like just like generically, like he's kind of just like jumping across the stage from one side to the other, like really quick, you know? Like he does like a dash forward, he'll jump and he'll just throw like a neutral air at you, right? Or like that side B,
Yeah.
for example. Like, so if you're not like if you're autopiloting and you're not like trying to react to him, like he's like one of the best characters at like just catching you like off guard because he'll just hit you with like a knee and you die at like 40, you know?
Yeah.
Um, So okay, that I think it's good, and I can definitely tell that you put in a little bit of work for like movement stuff. Like I can see like when you're not being like run down by him, like with stuff like this, like that knee, that you're doing like little dash dances and wave dash backs and like stuff like that, right? Like trying to get your tech skill in, which is good because I think you're definitely right that like one of the hardest things for Marth, like if you don't, there we go. If you don't have the ability to like control your character, really any character, but like Marth, I think you see it a lot pretty quick. Like his biggest strength as a character, right, is like and if I'm over explaining, just let me know. But like
No, you're good.
his biggest strength as a character is like he gets like the tipper hitbox with the sword, right? Um, so the more like you hit people with like the edge of Marth's sword, like the stronger your moves are gonna be, the more likely they are to get like a combo or stuff, right? So
Hmm.
spacing is like super super important with him, right? Like in terms of like for example, like if you're gonna throw out a forward to like you want to hit with the very edge, right? So it actually sends really far. Otherwise, it kind of just it's pretty limp. Um, so like stuff like this where you're like doing these like little wave dash backs and stuff, it's really
Uh-huh.
good because like it makes it hard for Captain Falcon to have to get in, right? If you were to do something like stand still and just throw a move out, do you know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
but when you're moving with Marth, it's a lot harder to get that tipper hitbox, right? So one of the biggest things people will tell you, like if you watch guides on how to play him or guides on, how to play against him, even, is that Marth is one of the best characters at controlling the ground in the game. Like his grounded movement, because so let's like, take a look at this. Because his dash is he moves like so far forward, back and forth, and like when he does a little dash, like it's only got like a little bit of his feet kind of like hanging right. Like he's standing straight up here,
Yeah.
right, and then he's all the way over here, right. So like his body shift from like straight up here to like over here in like a second, right.
Yeah.
And so what that means is like Melee is different than like other Smash games, for example, in the sense that like you have total control over your movement at any given point for the most part. Like if you wanted to put your shield up on like frame 4 versus like frame 5, that's totally fine. Like you can do that, right? Or if you want to jump and do an attack, you can. Or if you want to jump and wave dash back, you can. Or you could do like a pivot and throw like an F smash. You could crouch and like stop your movement. Like you have so many options, right? And Marth, like just watching him here, like you're dash dancing like pretty far, right? When you're doing it, like Fox and Sheik have like little tiny dash dances. Like look at how he dash dances on the platform, right? He does these little baby ones. You're doing like a little bit of longer ones here, right? You can see that.
Yeah, I see that. Really fucking, it's a lot of coverage.
Yeah, so it's like here I have like a meme image that it's like I'd drawn up kind of crudely in paint, but like I'm like leaking my DMs with the guy, but this is like a Fox player I was coaching one time. But the point I was trying to make to him, right, is like at any given point, Marth has the ability to hit like multiple things just by standing still, right? Like, so if I wanted to like run up and grab this Fox, with like all this range in here, he's being threatened by run up grab, right? Or like a dash attack or an F smash, like you have to dash a little bit to get the dash attack out, but like it's still there. So Fox ever tries to like attack you on the ground, or Captain Falcon or whoever, like they're risking being hit by like a multiple different moves, right? And what I'm trying to show with this graph here is like you have like your retreating movement, right, with like dashing back. You have your immediate like in front of your face, like throwing out like a down tilt, like it covers the ground immediately in front of you, or a nair covers the air right in front of you. Same with like forward air. You have your grab, which goes like a little bit further ahead, and like you could again just dash dance and go anywhere in between here, or you could like hard commit and go like really far forward with a dash attack or an F smash, right? And this whole like grounded line here moves with you while you're moving across the stage, right?
Oh, shit.
So it's really that's why it's like really important to be in something like dash dance. It's something people don't talk about too much, but like something like dash dancing is much stronger than just like running, right? Like when you run, you get like that slow skid turnaround. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck, man, I get that all the time.
Right? And so it's like the only way you cancel that is like by either shielding or you do like a wave dash back. But like, you know, if Captain Falcon knows like you're going to have to go through a skid, he can just throw out a knee and it covers both, right? So like that's why control of your character is like really important for being able to represent multiple options at once, right? So that is like Marth's biggest strength as a character, I would say. One thing that's kind of not talked about a ton with like his dash dance too. I was saying like he leans super far forward and down, right? So like if you're Captain Falcon here and you want to hit Marth while he's dashing away, like there's like all this space in the air where you actually like he's not going to be hit, right? Like while you're still moving. And like look at Captain Falcon's nair when he throws it out. There we go. See how like at the end like it like kicks up, right? Like he has his foot up in the air, like so if you're dashing away, like you're not even gonna get hit by it, you know? So that's really scary for a lot of people like trying to approach Marth, because one, it means they can't approach him on the ground because he has like all the options to cover that, but two, even if they try and hit him in the air, like maybe he just like dashes outside of the range of it, like dashes like here and then turns around and grabs you, right? Or like maybe instead like he dashes away and then throws it like a back air, or like he crouches and throws an F smash in the other way, right? So that's why like even just dash dancing, like I know you were doing a lot of wave dashes, but dash dancing truthfully is like much stronger, right? Wave dashing is more useful for like burst movement right away. If you want to like move a little bit forward and throw out a down tilt, like it's much better to do a wave dash forward down tilt than it would be to like dash, stop your dash with shield, let go of shield, then do a down tilt, right? Like you could just do a little bit of that. But even like these like wave dash backs you're doing here, like let's see if I can get it right here. Do you see how you kind of like fight your momentum a little bit when you wave dash back? Like you dash.
Yeah, I slow it down.
Yeah, exactly, right? So like the only way you keep your speed is you were to dash to the right now. If you were to dash like left here, like you dash to the right and then dash to the left here. So that's why you're back at full speed. But if you dashed to the left, like kind of like you did there actually, right on this one.
Yeah.
You're like much slower going into them, right? So a lot of Marth players will actually do like just like pressing a bunch of buttons on the ground when they're moving. and it feels good. Don't get me wrong, but there's a better way you can go about it, right? Like if you wave dash back, and then dash backwards on top of it, and then dash back in, like you cover so much ground doing it like that, right?
Okay.
So that's kind of the idea about like ways that Marth controls the ground. I know that might seem like a little maybe over the top, like a little high level, but just to give you an idea of like why he's like good as a character, right? So
Yeah.
if we talk about like moves that Marth actually wants to hit against Captain Falcon or really anybody, like what do you think Marth's strongest move is? And it's okay if you don't know. I'm just trying to get a sense of like what you know about the character.
Ooh, I don't know. His strongest move to hit?
Yeah,
It's
like his
probably
most.
his forward air.
Okay, I would definitely say it's his grab. And there's a couple reasons why. Like, have you ever seen like Marth chain grabbing like Fox or Falco?
Oh, I actually get grabbed like 1,000 times by him when I play against him. I had
That's
this dude
fine.
throw me across the whole stage. I couldn't do anything. He
That's
kept throwing me to the left.
we could talk about here like Marth chain grab. Like I could teach you to not get grabbed too, but like this is like kind of why you want to hit grabs with Marth, right? Like because he's able to just grab people like right away out of it, right? Like this. Or I guess this guy it's not really too perfect. Stuff like this, right? Where he's just gonna grab you, maybe not with the forward throw, with the up throw. Let's look at this one because that guy I'm not doing it right. Like this, right?
Yeah.
So Marth, like, especially against Fox and Falco, like if he gets a grab at 0%, he can lead that into a kill, like no matter what. And it's a really, really brutal punish for Marth because like one of the main defensive mechanics in Melee, I'm not sure how much you know about it, but it's called crouch canceling. So like kind of like right here where the Fox is crouching. If you ever hit the Fox while he's crouching, you take like half the, I think it's like a third of the knockback or a third of the damage, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's a really strong way to like, if you're at like a low percent, let's say, to like tank a hit and then try and get a counter hit, right? But the thing with grabbing in Melee is like if you grab someone, you can't crouch cancel a grab, right? So like at any point, if you get grabbed by Marth, there's like nothing you can really do about it. Like once you're grabbed, it's just up to the Marth to not mess up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's just killing them just like that over and over. And like you can see here in this guide a little bit. Like do you know what DI is in Melee?
Uh, I know what it is, kind of.
Okay.
I know there's like 3 types of DI. Don't know how to do it.
Okay. So the idea is like when you get hit, the way the direction you're holding on your stick influences like which way you're gonna get sent, right? So like we can see here in the guide, like the Fox is just holding away from the Marth every time he gets grabbed, right? I'm trying to like actually show it here. Here we go. So here's no DI, right? He just gets sent straight up from the grab, right?
Yeah.
On away DI, he's holding away, so he's always like landing in front of Marth, right? Marth's still grabbing him either way. I was waiting for it. And here's behind, right? So every time Marth throws him up, Fox is holding behind Marth, so he goes behind him. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how you like get out of combos, right? Like if you get hit by like let's say like this neutral air, right? Like you could hold up and you would get sent straight up from it.
On the left stick? Like right?
Yep. Yeah, on the left stick, yeah. If you hold away, you make it harder for him to actually like follow up on some combos, and if you hold down, you'll most likely probably go into the ground when you get hit by it. Do you know what I mean? If you hold in on an attack, chances are you'll most likely let him keep comboing you, right? Like you won't get sent nearly as far from the neutral air, right? So in other words, like to simplify it, DI the way it works is like if you hold in, you let combos happen more, but you'll survive like a big hit, like a knee or a forward smash or something like that. But if you hold out, you'll get out of combos more, but you'll be more open to like if you get hit by a strong move, you'll be sent really far off stage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So Marth's grab is really, really strong because like it doesn't really matter how people DI for the most part. He almost always gets a follow up, and like every character in the game. So it's definitely, and especially where like they can't defend against him on the ground against it, it's a really, really strong tactic to just like literally dash dance and grab like a lot of the time, right? And if they try and like avoid getting grabbed, like they're gonna try and start hitting you, but it's like you have a sword that doesn't have like a hurt box attached to it, right? So you can just throw your sword out and hit them that way too. So that's kind of the idea of like how Marth generically would like to play like every matchup. Like he's a very grounded character. stuffs a lot of approaches from the air by like swinging back at them. Like it doesn't. He's not really a character that like swings forward first in the air because he wants to play the ground game. And he's always really looking for a grab because that's going to lead to like a big kill for him. Um, so that's like kind of generically how you want to play. So like when I'm watching you, right, you are actually doing like a lot of really good ground movement. Like you do these like wave dash backs into dash attacks and stuff like that. Um, but like you don't really have much of a follow up off them, right? So I think what would be
No.
helpful from like day one, especially where like it doesn't matter like how good you are, you kind of need to learn to hit. I would say you should try and learn either matchups where Marth doesn't have a direct follow up so much, where like he kind of gets a single hit and just like it's like a death by 1,000 cuts, or you could play one that like requires a little bit more practice, by like chain grabbing them, right? So like Fox and Falco, for example, like you can practice that just right in Uncle Punch, like getting a grab and trying to lead that into a kill.
Okay.
So I don't know if that makes sense, but like Captain Falcon, he's a character specifically that like doesn't really fall into either category in the sense of like one of Falcon's biggest strength is he is like the fastest on the ground in the game, right? Like when he dash dances, he can go further than Marth and faster. But he doesn't really have like good ways to deal with like the range aspect, like kind of like right here what was happening. Like if he tries to jump at you and you hit him, like there's kind of nothing he can do here, right? Like he's just gonna
Yeah, I
jump
was
at
just
you
getting
here.
fucking swept.
Yeah, right. So it's like maybe forward tilt isn't the best move because it just sends out and like you don't get a combo here. But like you could even do like an up tilt, which like scoops him upwards and then combo that into like an up air or a forward air, and then like you try and put them off stage with that, you know, and then from off stage you get an edge guard. Um, but that's like Captain Falcon's strength as a character is like he's really really fast moving across the stage, right? So even from like big distances like this, like yeah, kind of like he kind of is a little slow here, but like the point I'm trying to make is he can really like close the distance instantly, right? So you kind of always want to play a little bit of a distance from Captain Falcon, because he's like he's faster up close, but like from a distance, like he can't really get in as long as you're able to hit him, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Um, so that's kind of like what I would suggest on like how to like approach learning about characters in the game in general is like really all we've done so far. I know it's been like 20 minutes or so, but like we're just talking about like what do the characters like or not like. And it doesn't really impact if you're like an O2 or Scrub or if you're like, you know, Salt or None or whoever, right? Like some of the best Captain Falcon players in the world. Like none of that really changes because it's how the character works, right? And that's how you can kind of
Yeah.
learn to like play against them versus like, oh, this guy just keeps doing a neutral air every time. Like how am I gonna punish it? Because like if you run into another Captain Falcon who maybe isn't doing that neutral air, like all of a sudden everything you've done like doesn't really work anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the idea of like how I would approach starting to learn about a matchup. Does that make sense? Like, do you have any questions about anything I've said or like any thoughts or?
No, I mean, it's all making sense. I'm still struggling to like understand like how to play neutral with Marth.
Okay.
And
So
like I think the dash dancing thing is, I think that you hit on that good. Definitely need to prioritize the grab. And then I think one big question I did have for you today, because
mhm.
I did write this one down because I know in like if you play like Smash Ultimate or like Brawl or whatever, you
Mhm.
like there it doesn't have all those movement options, so you like shield a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know when to shield in this game, and I think that's what fucks me all the time is I don't ever shield. I don't know if I even shield like the whole time that game. I might have shielded like twice.
Right.
I don't
Okay.
know when to use it
Well,
either. That's like a big thing for me.
so shield and melee. I mean, I'm talking kind of generic, right? But like shield and melee, generally speaking, is a little bit weak in compared to like ultimate. Let's say, right? Like, well, I'll show you something here. Maybe I don't know if I'm gonna find it online, but like it'll kind of paint the picture clear. So because characters are like so uh so like fast and have so many moves to kind of hit you in the game.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just gonna mute it because the voiceover is terrible. But um, like characters like Fox and Falco, let's say, like some of the best characters of the game, like they are kind of able to just hit your shield with a couple buttons, right? So like
Yeah.
for example, like in Ultimate, let's say, just generically. Like, I'm sure there's exceptions, but like, what's really important for characters kind of hit shields like Marth would in this game, where it's like, because they don't really have like the fastest moves and are able to like do stuff right away after, shield pressure in that game kind of looks like just spacing on the shield, right? So because like one of the biggest things you can do at a shield is if you press A while you're shielding, you grab, right? And obviously you don't want to get grabbed by like characters like Marth. So the way in like Ultimate you would dodge any like shield counter hit would be just like spacing around it, right? But like look how much Falco is like throwing out moves against Bowser right now. Like I know he's not shielding, but the point I'm trying to make is like he's able to throw like a million moves back to back, right?
Yeah.
Trying to see like if he can actually hit
So
his
it doesn't
shield.
like melt that shit down and then.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, well, so in Melee, this is like such a stupid video. It's called How to Shield Pressure. They don't show them hitting the shield, which is like funny. Like this, right? Like he does like a down air into a shine there, right? And like before Marth is able to grab him, he gets hit by the shine, right? So that's how shield pressure in Melee works. So generally speaking, it's kind of like weak to act out of shield in the game. So when someone like a faster character like Fox or Falco or Captain Falcon or whoever, when they hit your shield, they're mostly just hoping that you're going to try and grab at a shield so that you get hit, right? Kind of like how he is right here, right? The way Marth would hit shields in Melee is just like Ultimate, where it's like because he doesn't really have like the fastest moves outside of it, he's going to want to space his forward air on the shield, right? And make sure he's only hitting it with like the tipper hitbox. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So generally speaking, like if you want to defend, let's say, it's better just to do things like this. Like watch the Samus here on the platform. Instead of shielding here, where like she knows if she's gonna get hit by Falco on shield, like she doesn't really have the best options out of shield to like hit him first, right? So instead, what does she do? She just moves out of the way and like creates a distance between the two of you, right? And same thing as like Captain Falcon, like I was saying, like the second you create distance between yourself and the other character, like that means they have to find a way in on you now, which like now you can swing at them, right? Or like dash dance around and grab them, or do like a down tilt or a forward smash or whatever, right? So generally speaking, like I'm not saying it's bad to shield, because sometimes like you get caught in your dash dance and they jump a little closer than you think they'll be, and then all of a sudden like you just have to throw it up, otherwise you're gonna get hit. But it's a pretty weak position to be in, something you kind of want to avoid by like using movement instead, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It makes plenty of sense.
Okay. So yeah, like let's talk about, we're like half an hour in almost. Like I don't want to like overwhelm you with like do this, right? Because I know we kind of talked a lot about that at the beginning. Let's talk about how to practice these things like outside of like the lesson, right? Sorry, I gotta open up my Melee. So if I were you in Uncle Punch, I have what's called the Uncle Punch Community Edition. I don't know if you use that, if you just use regular Uncle Punch.
I think I used a regular one. I don't know. I downloaded it from some hub or something.
Okay. I'll link you the right one. Because Uncle Punch, just like the actual like guy who made the mod pack, Uncle Punch, like I think he's like into like Kirby Air Ride or something now. Like he doesn't really play too much Melee anymore. But some other like nerds, if I'm being real, but like some other nerds picked up Uncle Punch and they've added like a billion things you can do since that, right? So like here, I'll link you this. This is the latest version of Uncle Punch, the community edition, and it adds a lot of like really cool stuff that just makes it like better. There's more guides on like how to use it and stuff like that in there, but that'd be the one I'd say to use.
I definitely don't have that one. I opened the game up to look.
Okay.
It's not that one. It's the alpha version that he made or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely want to use the community edition. So let's kind of talk about like how to practice an Uncle Punch, right? So generally speaking, like when you're gonna practice anything in Melee, like when I started learning the game, right, 20XX, which is like what Uncle Punch was before Uncle Punch, was like a brand new thing. But before that, and I didn't even have access to it because I didn't like hack my Wii as a kid, and you couldn't play it on a computer at the time, right? So you only had like a GameCube or a Wii stock, and that was it. So the way you would learn to do things, right, would be you'd have to like understand how they work first or why you want to do them, and then you go in and start practicing until you kind of get it, right? So like L canceling, right? Like this is like the infamous example. Like Link like is really slow pulling out the sword, right? If you hit an L cancel, right, he's a lot faster with it, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, like once you have that kind of down on like a slower or easier character, you can practice it with your actual mains. So, right, like now I can cancel with Marth.
Yeah, that's the one that I practice a lot. I told you I'm like really trying to optimize my progress on here. Like I'll play before I go to sleep and all this shit too.
Which is good, yeah.
And yeah, so the L cancel, I can do it really consistent.
That's good.
In game or like in the training thing, and then I try to take it in game, and I don't do it.
So that's what I was going to talk about. So that was like how you would learn L canceling like back in the day, right? Nowadays with the training mode community edition, there's a lot more stuff in here, and we understand the game and how it works.
Yeah, I don't think that's in the normal one.
That understands like how it kind of works a little easier now, right? So like for example, one thing that people don't talk about is, and this is like really getting into it, but like you kind of have to understand Melee's mechanics a little bit to like be able to like make good calls. But the TLDR of it, right? Like to summarize it, there's a difference in timing between if you were to like whiff a move, like miss it completely, and if you were to hit something, right?
Yeah.
So like for example, like people have found out pretty quickly that like let me switch to Captain Falcon here. Right? Like people have found out really quick that like if you hit a character with a move, I'm going to try and hit him with knee here. Hopefully it'll work. Yeah, there we go, right? Like watch Marth and Captain Falcon here. I'm going to go frame by frame right now, okay? So like 1, 2, 3, 4. You see how Captain Falcon's like not falling down anymore at all? He's just kind of
yeah, he's like kind of stationary.
Yeah, right. And then he starts falling. So what that is, right, is like if I were to hit someone with a knee, like it's kind of hard to feel it like in real time. Like maybe you have to slow it down a little bit. But what's happening is like because there's so much damage in that one move, like the 18% aerial that he has, like it freezes the game for a really long time. So when you actually want to L cancel knee, you actually have to wait like a lot more than you otherwise would in order to hit someone. In order to like move away, sorry. Right? So like there's a real difference in timing between like oops, sorry, I missed it. This L cancel, right? And this one. You could really feel that difference with knee, right?
Yeah, that's a big one.
But that's just because he's a character that like has what's it called? He just has like a lot of stun on his moves, right? But it's still an important idea to understand because that means you're going to be more consistent at hitting them, right? So like for example with Marth, like it's still there, but it's just like a little it's much less.
It's not as long though.
Yeah, right? And that can change based on like what move you hit, right? Like maybe up air has more stun than something like a forward air, or maybe like with Marth specifically, this is where it can get a little complicated. Like maybe your weak forward air that isn't space and not hitting with the tipper hitbox is much less than like the tipper hitbox, right? Because the tipper has more damage. So that's kind of how it works. So I would say like when you're practicing L canceling, like Marth's best moves in the air are his neutral air, this one, and his forward air. And what's nice about these moves is they're very versatile and like how you use them, right? So like when I'm watching you play, the times you were throwing out an aerial, right? You were doing stuff like this, like you would jump forward with a neutral air, and probably look something like more like that, right? Like you do like a late falling one.
Yeah.
But what's nice about the neutral air, right? You often more than not, like you don't have to L cancel it. See how it's saying auto cancel?
Yeah.
It's because Marth actually finishes his like he doesn't have to go through landing leg when he uses this move, right? Like if I do the forward air, he lands on the ground with the aerial.
Yeah.
It's really hard to see, but like just barely before you land the ground with a short hop with Marth, right? Like you don't have to L cancel it. I still do it either way because it can change based on if you like fast fall it or not, right?
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
So I'll do it either way.
Like when he hits the ground.
Yeah. But this move is really good because it's like you can think of it as lagless, right? The only way it actually becomes lagless though, and the way you have to try to learn to use it, is you have to have no drift forward. So you either like do it in place like this, or you do it retreating like this, which is like a little harder. I messed up my tech there, but like you kind of do it like this, like that, right? Drifting backwards.
Okay.
If you drift forward with it, it's kind of hard to explain it like as a concept, but the idea is like because like if we go like frame by frame, right, and really slow the game down, there's probably like, I don't know, like let's say like 30 individual frames of me like moving forward when I actually do an attack, right? Like from like standing still to jumping and then landing is, let's say it's like the number 30, right? Just throwing out a number. But if you actually like slow it down, like because Melee's hitboxes aren't actually like, they don't like phase in and then phase out, right? Like when Marth does an attack, like what he's really doing is like swinging with it, right? So he goes from like top behind his head, like top of the hitbox to like a little bit forward in front. Now it's like straight in front of him. Now it's a little bit down, and then you know what I mean? So if you're moving,
it's like moving as his sword goes.
Yeah, exactly, right? So like what that means is like when you drift forward when you're doing these attacks, like you're actually making it less safe on shield, or like the spacing is much less, right? You'll land closer to them, but also like the distance when you actually hit it out, unless you hit it like perfectly, you're going to be unsafe, right? So for Marth, when he throws out his attacks, generally speaking, like you kind of want to either do it in place like this, like landing with the attack, or retreating, right? So that if they try and like stand outside of the sword range and come in and hit you, you're able to do something like this or something, right? Like throw out an attack right away, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it doesn't really work if you do it like forward, because then you're like, now you're super unspaced, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how like that works with Marth. So I would say if you're gonna practice L canceling, practice neutral air and make sure that you're like doing it either in place or retreating like this, or practice forward airs. And forward air is actually a little bit tricky for some new players. Like I don't know if I can. I'll show on my my input display. Like you can actually do 2 forward airs and 1 short hop if you're fast enough, right?
Oh, really?
Yep. But like, do you see how there's a gap between when I do 1 and 2?
Yeah.
So like sometimes it's better just to like jump a little bit and then land with the forward air, right? And make it like safe like that.
Okay.
Right? I mean, you can see it even just with like I don't know if there's like shield pressure thing in here. There might be. It doesn't matter. Point being, like, if I were to go into it and let's say maybe make Captain Falcon here, like I'll make him shield. He was holding his shield permanently. Like there's a way I can see like how safe I am on shield, but I'm not sure if that's gonna actually show here in this. I'm not sure how to do it in Uncle Punch right now, but point being, like, you can kind of get the idea of like see where he's able to grab right away if I like leave myself open like this. Like I know I was on space there, but like I can hit him like instantly if I land with the aerial, right? So I could do something like that.
Okay, so when you L cancel, you're more safe because you can throw out another move.
Only if you land with the aerial, right? Versus like if I was to do it like this, right? Where he's able to get his grab out first before I'm able to do the second attack.
Okay.
So all I'm trying to say is like this forward air, even if you can't do 2, like this one is much worse than this one. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, so when you're fast falling into it, it's more safe.
Exactly, yeah. And like not drifting forward, right? Because if I drift forward, like I'm gonna get grabbed. Versus like if I do it in place, well, he landed on the thing there, but if I do it in place, right, like he can't hit me, and then there's distance between the two of us, and I can do whatever.
Okay, so I saw you're trying to like the tipper hitbox on the shield.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
like hit him when you're going down.
There's very rarely ever a time, unless you're like in the middle of a combo, which like you're not there yet. But there's like just like if you're playing neutral and you're trying to determine how to get a hit, there's very rarely a time ever that you don't want to hit the tipper hitbox with Marth. That's like where he's at his strongest. That's what makes him like a little bit difficult because he has so much range, but really like what you're trying to hit him with is pretty precise. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's how I would practice like L canceling. In terms of like wave dashing, oh, I closed it. My mistake. In terms of wave dashing, like I kind of touched on this a bit earlier. And I'm only teaching you about L canceling and wave dashing today just because they're like the basic stuff that everyone learns when they get into it, right?
Okay.
We can talk about characters or stuff maybe another time, but I just don't want to overwhelm you, right? So in terms of like wave dashing, I honestly don't think I have my wave dash timing perfect. I think I'm usually like a frame or 2 off. But that's fine. Like as long as you're able to like do it, it's good, right? But what's in this like community edition one is you can practice like hitting certain spots with it, right? And why I think this is particularly useful is because there is a total difference between like this wave dash, which is just a little bit far back, and this wave dash, which is like really far forward. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So just
Like based on your angle.
yeah, exactly, right? So it's like just doing a wave dash doesn't really do anything, right? Like the whole point of the wave dash is like, let's say I want to like attack forward where this rings are. Like if I want to like do a down tilt, let's say, I have to like dash, stop, then do a down tilt, right? Versus if I just did a wave dash, oh, I messed it up. But like if I do a wave dash, it would look like that, right? Just really quick.
Yeah.
But like I was saying before, wave dash back is probably the strongest one in the game. The only exception for Marth would be like wave dash forward F smash like that. But this is really, really laggy, right? Because the wave dash, if you actually look at it, this is what people don't tell you about when you're learning it. It's not like really that safe of a technique. Like it's cool, but like if I do, let's turn on my input display here. Let's say I jump on frame 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next frame I'm gonna wave dash, right? I'll wave dash back.
Yeah.
So, oh, okay. This is maybe harder than I thought doing it like this, but hold on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm gonna wave dash back with R. Right. Okay. Right. So now we're in the wave dash. So Marth is air dodging into the ground now. So let's see. 1, 2, and I'm gonna hold A so I can attack as soon as possible. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like probably 11 is more realistic. 11 or 10. Right. This you can see is actionable now, just by this standing animation. So what I'm trying to say, right, is like you have to go through 10 to 11 frames of lag before you even do an attack with the wave dash, right? Versus like if you were dashing, let's look at it, how fast I can do it with just dashing forward, right? So let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna put up my shield now just because it looks like the actual dash. I probably could have done a 1, but let's say, right? Shield. Right? Shield comes out 2 frames after, right? So like half the speed that it takes, right? And then I'm protected by shield. And my momentum stops instantly too, versus like if you're wave dashing, like you're kind of stuck moving, right? So all I'm trying to say is that when it comes to wave dashing, generally speaking, for a character like Marth that doesn't really benefit from something like moving forward and attacking a lot of the time, he likes to do attacks in place and then cover the space in front of him by like the threat of like what's there. Something like wave dash back is really good because if you try and like, maybe if I do it like this with the indicators on the screen. Let's say this pillar here is a person. Like if I do this and they try and hit me after, now I can do an attack, right? Versus like if I do it in their face, like, well, this is kind of laggy. We already talked about, right? Like wave dashing forward, they might be able to just hit me first if they guess at the right time. But something like a wave dash back is really strong, right? Because you could be like dash dancing like this. Do you think they're going to try and hit you? You wave dash, like dash dancing like this. You think they're going to hit you? You wave dash back, you could do an attack. Or like what it looks like more accurately is like you wave dash back and you get a grab. Or like you wave dash back and you get like a nair or forward air or whatever, right?
Sorry, quick question.
No, of course, yeah.
Like I think, like I'm always like dash dancing and then I just, like that's now I'm starting to realize I just cut into them and I just swing the sword immediately instead of going back. Like that's a big thing. So
yeah, so like one thing to practice, right, is like this is how people practice dash dancing. There's no like dash dancing event in Uncle Punch, but this is how everyone's been doing it since like 2006, right? You go to Yoshi's Story and see how like on the green, like on the stage here, there's this big circle in the middle of the stage.
Yeah.
Marth's dash, like at its max length, just barely is like the length of this, right? So like it's important to be able to be like comfortable, just like staying grounded, doing stationary kind of like not jumping and swinging movement. And like if you think they're gonna hit you, like do something like that, right? Or like put your shield up, or do an attack and like a landing attack ideally, or stuff like that, right? But you can practice like doing like little dash dances like this, like going from like one side of the stage to the other, right? And just having control of keeping your character dashing like this, or you can do like long ones, right? Like this.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the idea. Like a lot of people when they dash dance, they kind of just do this a lot, like that Captain Falcon player that was doing. It was good to see that you weren't just doing like these little in place ones. Because really, like, what is this actually threatening? Like, if I'm doing this, like, yeah, nothing, right? So, like, yeah, like, but this is actually a little bit more scary because it's like, is Marth going to keep dashing this way? Is he going to, like, dash back in and try and grab me? Like, you can't tell, really, because, right? Like, there's too much variability to them. So that's kind of how that works. One other thing I'll say is, like, again, like, from a dash dance, the only thing you can really, like, on the ground, the only thing you can really threaten going forward a lot of the time is just, like, a run-up grab like that, right? So, like, if I put Kirby on the ground here, like, if I'm dash dancing, like, that's really all that's, like, good for Marth to hit, right? Like, I could do a dash attack, sure, but there's a lot of, like, high risk, high reward with dash attack. But still an option for sure. But, like, I can't really...
So
yeah, go ahead.
do you think, like, and like if you go to the replay that I sent you, how I'm always like I'm dashing in and attacking every single like time we're in neutral.
Yeah.
Do you think like how could I play that better? Because I do that's like that I do that every game.
Yeah.
I know you said the grab like going forward out of it is probably like the safer option, but you see it like there how I'm just constantly like just swinging forward.
Yeah. So
like,
this is how I would change it, right? Is like I said, Marth's biggest strength is like he's he's more of a defensive character that gets to play aggressively, if that makes sense. Like that's probably the best way I could word how he works. So like if you establish defense as like a baseline for Marth, it opens up the ability to offense because they'll back off, right? So like for example, you're dash dancing here, right? And you're keeping this distance between you and the Captain Falcon player. You're not actually swinging yet. Here you swing. It's not really that good because again, like he like high risk, high reward, but primarily like you didn't have like a guarantee way to hit him there, right? You kind of just swung it out. So instead of swinging here, if you just kept dash dancing, like he jumped anyway, right? Just based off like timing of nothing happening.
Yeah.
So not to say that you like bore him to death, but it's like it's uncomfortable for them because they're like, well, should I be here? Am I doing something wrong? Like what's happening, right? And then they throw something out. And then now, instead of being in like dash attack lag, you would have had a great opportunity to like grab him or hit him with a sword, right?
Yeah.
Right? So like here, again, you have the distance between the two of you. Like, because you just stayed dash dancing here, and I know like probably decision making wise, you probably did the exact same thing, but I'm just saying like in this example, you stay dash dancing, he has that distance between you, he needs to find a way in, right? So he jumps in, and then you hit him with the sword. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like instead of, because generally people are really scared about this with Marth, they don't want to get grabbed. Instead of jumping all the way here and like trying to hit you dashing, what he's actually doing is he's throwing out moves right in front of you, right? But now it's like because you moved back and you see him like doing an attack, like you're able to just throw a move out in front of you and like you have the sword, right? So like he still had a hitbox out, I'm pretty sure, but yours wins because you have the sword, right? It's invincible.
Okay.
Right? Like, he has his foot out here. Well, he's in landing lag, to be fair, but, like, you hit him, right? So that's kind of the idea, is, like, by staying grounded and not jumping a lot, or jumping at them especially, even just, like, jumping in place is not really, like, the safest thing, because you have to land, right?
Yeah,
But,
I jump a lot.
yeah, you do.
I'm just throwing out those forward airs and shit, and I'm never hitting. I feel like it's a gamble every time I do it.
Yeah, it low-key is, but it's, like, it's not, like, the worst gamble because of the level that you're at, right? But, like, I've played Foxes who just, like, demolish me, like, so bad for just spamming jump, right? Because they're able to, like, weave their way in, right? And then make a read. But if you stay grounded, they're not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, I don't want to overwhelm you here. We got, like, about 10 minutes or so. Do you have any questions or thoughts? Like, I know you said you wanted to talk about maybe, like, edge guarding or maybe a different match or something. We could talk about that. But does what I'm saying kind of make sense, or do you have any thoughts on it at all, like why you think it might be hard or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, like you went over a lot of stuff. Like I
Mm-hmm.
think it's definitely like helpful. Um, yeah, it's just like I'm still so new to this fucking game.
No, for sure.
I don't like I can't. I just like I feel like I can't do anything against people. Like this is just like a rare game where I won or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I can drop you another file real quick if you want to go over
Sure, we
like
could
my
maybe see how
typical
you,
match.
yeah, how maybe you more
Like I
accurately
feel
play.
like under pressure or whatever, like or like just playing like weird characters like Luigi's like one. Like I can't like they're just jumping all over the fucking place, and then I jump up and I get punished immediately, and I don't I still like I feel like I don't have an understanding for Marth. I feel like I'm trying to play him like offensively.
Well, I mean, that's like the benefit of like what we talked about today. Like, thankfully, you came into it with a little bit of tech skill where I'm like not worried about your ability to do what I'm saying. It's just like remembering to do it and doing it right when you're playing, right? But like everything we've talked about, you're not learning anything new, right? Like you clearly can L cancel, you clearly can wave dash, dash dance, right? So it's just like
Yeah.
doing it the right way. And that's what we've been mostly talking about today is like how does Marth normally like to work, right? So now like let's say if we wanted to talk about like Luigi or whoever, like now we can be like, okay, so we know what Marth likes. Let's talk about what Luigi doesn't like, right? And then we can kind of just make it Luigi specific. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're talking about today. It's just like this is what Marth generically likes as a character, right? So maybe this would be like a good lesson to come back to, I think.
Okay.
Um
So
but
then
yeah.
how should I go about like just the basics of covering the ledge or whatever? Because I'm sure you can even see just by this
Mhm.
fucking footage here, like I get them off stage and I kind of just like I'll either like poke or I'm too scared to go out and like challenge them with like another forward air or something like.
Yeah. Okay, well, the way you edge guard is there is kind of like low key a formula to it, right? Where it's like every character has like a finite amount of resources that they're able to use to recover. Which, if you don't know what they are, maybe we start with that, right? But like, let's say for example, Marth. When Marth is in the air, the only moves that help him recover is his double jump and his side B, right? So,
Okay.
like, do you know how Marth's side B works? Where like if you do it once in the air, you float, and then anytime after that, you kind of just like slow folly down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like where you like swing it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, right? Um, so like
That's the
once,
one he charges up, right?
no, that's a side B, like the one, like this one here. I'll show you it. I'll show you what I mean.
The one where he like swings in the air
Yeah, exactly, with
and you can like keep
the side
swinging to
B.
like get closer to the ledge.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I used to recover.
Yeah, exactly,
I'm
right.
like
Everyone
high
does.
as fuck in the air and I can't like get over there.
Hmm. Yeah, here, this one. Uh, right, this one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you see how like the first one I'm always stuck in the air, and then after that I'm always falling.
Yeah.
So like, what that means is like if you recover low with Marth, I can float here for a second, and I can use like my double jump, let's say. But like once those two are gone, like I have to up B, right? And so
Yeah.
knowing like when someone has to do something when they're recovering is how you edge guard them, because then you can cover it, right? And the benefit of playing Marth is like because he has a sword and because he has so many options, there's like literally nothing you can't cover in this game, right? Like it is always doable. So let's take a character like Luigi, for example, right? Like when you're edge guarding him, what does he use to recover with? He uses side B, like his missile move, right?
Yeah, that fucking thing, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
right.
my
Like,
God. Yeah, I'll jump off and then he's on the other side of the stage.
yeah. So
That
this
little
one,
fucking shithead.
this one's like a little janky because it's like there's a 1 in 8 chance basically that he gets like the missile. That one,
Yeah.
it's 1 in 8.
Oh, it's up to chance on that.
Yeah, it's completely RNG. Like he has a 1 in 8
Ouch.
chance every time he rips it. So it's that, and then he has this one, which like I'm not that good at, but like the TLDR of like how it works is like if he mashes, he gains height, right? See how like I go up just barely because
Oh,
my
yeah.
mash sucks, but like, right, like that's kind of the idea. You can actually like if you're really fast, you can get crazy height. I've never practiced it. But other than that, those two moves, right? The only thing he has left is his double jump, right? So like, let's say like Fox and Falco now, right? These are common matchups you'll play in tournament.
Yeah, these guys. Oh my God, these guys fucking wreck my shit every time. They'll be so bad too. I just
Yeah,
lose
yeah.
because the guys like I'm just getting hit with the lasers. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Falco is my #1 enemy, bro. I
facts.
see him and I'm already like, I hate this game.
Yeah, Falco's really cringe sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, but like when he's cool, he's really cool. Like that's every melee character. Like you can do some pretty degen shit with all of them, but like ultimately, like I think this game is awesome because all the top tiers have the chance to be cool in a lot of spots, right? But
Yeah.
anyway, so let's talk about edge guarding Fox, right? So like the formula, right, quote unquote, some people will call it the flow chart, I guess, is when Fox is like off stage recovering, right? He either has his up B, he has his double jump like that. He could do like there's a difference between like doing up B like this or like up B double jump like this, right? Or he has his side
Okay.
B, right? What's important to know
Yeah,
about
I got caught by that shit before too. Oh my.
what's important to know about Fox though is like once you do the side B, unlike Ultimate, you can't do the up B. He goes into free fall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And similarly, like Ultimate, once you do the up B, you can't do the side B or the double jump, right? So like, think of these as like last minute resorts. Fox has like 2 recoveries, right? He could either do this one, or he can do this one, right? But otherwise, all
Okay.
he
He can
has,
only do one.
yeah, he can only pick one of the 2. So it's like, let's say he's gonna do side B. Well, how does he have chances to mix up his timings? Like, what is his recovery like resources if he wants to use side B? He can double jump and do a side B. He could just do like an instant side B like this. Or this one's like a little bit more niche. You can ignore this for today, but like he could shine stall, then do like side B, right? I messed up. I did up B, but like that, right?
Yeah.
So if we're really gonna dumb this down, because I'm not gonna explain shine stalling to you today. Shine stall is basically like the same thing as that Marth side B, where you kind of just like get stuck here for a second. But the
Yeah.
difference is not nearly as good because you get like you have to double jump after using it, right?
Okay.
So really, like if we're talking about like I just hit Fox off stage with Marth, there's actually an edgeguard training mode in the new community edition one. All I have to be considering is, do I think he's gonna like from a spot like this, right? Can you see Fox? I know the menu's kind of in the way, but like
Yeah, I see him down there.
right. So it's like either when he's in a spot like this, what does he have to make it back right here? If he does like an instant side B, I'll do it more like this, Loki. Like if he does an instant side B here, he's gonna go underneath the ledge and just die, right? So you know that like he either has to do an up B like this, which is not really that good because like he's stuck out here for like 30 frames or whatever, right? You can go hit him before he like shoots off, or he has to do something like a double jump and then do a side B or an up B, right? But because you know like once they're below the ledge, they have to use their jump. You can go out there and meet them ahead of time and just like hit them in the middle of their jump, and now they're off stage without a jump, right? And that's really bad. Every character in the game, like I think the only exception might be like Zelda and Mewtwo, like which like low tiers, don't worry about it. But like every other like top tier in the game, they can't make it back if they don't have their double jump, right? Because you're able to grab the ledge and use invincibility and yada yada, right?
Uh-huh.
So when it comes to like deciding like how do I edge guard, all you're actually looking for is like what options do they have left available, right? And it's much, I know that sounds like intimidating, but it's much more simple than something like we were talking about, like what can you do after wave dashing, or what can you do after like XYZ, anything on stage, right? Because it's like they only have like their double jump, and that's it really for the most part, right? Like Captain Falcon, let's edge guard Captain Falcon real quick. What does he have
Yeah,
in a
'cause he
spot
doesn't
like
have.
this?
He's got his the one. He's got his jump and then his up B or whatever.
Yeah, like if he does his side B in Melee, it's so much worse than it is in the other games. Like in the newer Smash games, you can grab the ledge with side B with Falcon. In this game, you can't. So he only has double jump and up B, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like,
He's kind of screwed.
yeah, no, he is, right? Because it's like either you could go off stage and just go hit him a bunch and then he's not making it back. Or, like, let's say you do this. Like, he used his double jump and he has his up B to recover, right? Now that I've hit him, he has nothing but his up B. So I know I can just, like, go hit him because all he has to hit me with is his up B, right? So, like, right? Like, he can't make it back now. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he doesn't even have his jump.
Yeah, exactly. So that's, like, what's important about edge guarding. It's like taking away their jump or like any other thing that helps them, right?
Okay, so instead of like when I go out there, I'm not thinking about that. Like when I try and do it, I immediately just like, all right, let me go fucking punch this motherfucker in the face.
Yeah.
But they like sneak their way around me because I'm not thinking about their jumps or whatever.
Yeah.
So you kind of, I'm guessing what you're saying is you got to think of it like taking away their resources and like kind of playing it out longer than just trying to go out there and kill them immediately.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like if they have multiple ways to make it back, like you can't go out just covering one every time, right? You got to kind of assume that he's gonna have a mix up here, but like, so this is like the actual thing. No, most people don't tell you about Melee and what will help you edge guard and sniff out those double jumps a little easier. Okay, really important to look at, especially at lower levels, because most people are bad about doing it. So do you know what I mean? How like if I tilt the stick a little bit, like just tilt it like that, I don't get a jump, like I get like an up tilt, right?
Yeah.
So most people, when they do their up B in the game, they actually technically double jump first, and you can actually confirm that if they've used their double jump or not. Pay attention to. I'm gonna do an instant up B here, right? Pay attention to the bottom of Marth's foot, right? Oh, I guess that was frame perfect, so it didn't work. I'll do one more time. I'll just double jump, right? So pay attention to the bottom of Marth's foot here. I'm gonna double jump this next frame. Do you see this like ring that appears?
Oh yeah, and then that happens to me all the time, and I'm wondering like, how the fuck did I use my jump?
Yeah. So two things to know about this, right? Anytime you see this ring, that means you know they've used their double jump, right? And it's extremely, extremely common, especially at low levels even, but like even at high level too. Like some people use their up B and you can see it like in real time. Like I'm using my double jump when I do the up B, right?
Yeah,
Because tap jump is a thing. So
that circle coming out.
look for that too. Because if you see that, that also means that you can just go out and hit them, right? Because you know they only have their up B, right? Unless they
Wait,
have.
so one question.
Yeah.
So, let's say you just up B up, right? And you don't use your double jump. If he hits you, you can use your double jump still, right?
That one is actually a more character specific question. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But I think yes, generally speaking, like you might just have to do like a side B or something first. Some characters are weird with their recoveries. Like Kirby, I know has some stuff where like if he's ever hit out of his up B, like he doesn't get his double jumps back. I think there's some like weird character specific stuff when it comes to that. But generally speaking, like if you hit them, yeah, they don't get their double jump back as long as they have used the double jump. If they haven't, it's character specific. Does that make sense?
Yeah, can you just tell me how Marth works for that?
To be honest, I don't know. Like I've never really like considered it. Let me see. Okay. So now I need to have him hit me. Okay. I actually don't know. Yeah, I don't think Marth gets his back actually.
Okay. Yeah, that'd make a lot more sense then, because I'm like sitting here thinking, oh
Yeah, you
shit,
don't get
I'm
it back.
using my double jump
Yeah.
on accident or something.
But the thing is, like, so this is how you want to recover with Marth on almost every matchup, right? A lot of people will do stuff like this, like they'll like double jump above the ledge and attack, or do stuff like this, like where they're like, "Oh, I'm off stage, attack back on," right? That's not
Yeah.
how you edge guard or recover with Marth. The way Marth recovers, he can't go high because he's really floaty and like slow in the air compared to like Captain Falcon. Let's say, like I fall like a truck, right? Like,
Yeah, he's fast as fuck.
yeah, right. So it's like the way Marth is gonna recover. Like, look at his up B. Like he has that hitbox out there, protecting him in front of him, right? Like I think it's this one. No, this one, right? Like, you see the hitbox there?
Oh yeah.
So like I don't really have to worry about someone like hitting me too much while I'm using my up B like I would with other characters. Because again, Marth has the sword. He's kind of broken like that. I'm not gonna lie. So like all this means for you is like if you recover low, like this is the best way to make sure that you are able to make it back, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, the up B.
Because the up B protects you. And what's nice, like a lot of people, the way they try and edge guard, like let's say like Fox is up being low, right? Like anyone who's gonna try and edge guard Fox in a spot like this, they're gonna do something like this. Like they're gonna try and like use the invincibility and like stomp from ledge, or like go out and hit you with the invincibility from the ledge, right? Like, and that's how you would edge guard a lot of people low, because you're invincible when you grab the ledge. I don't know if you knew that. So
Yeah, kind of. Not really too
like,
knowledgeable. I know you can like reset it and then like ledge dash and all this stuff, but
well, don't worry too much about ledge dashing right now. Just look at this. Like, see how I'm invincible here when I flash white, sorry, when I grab the ledge?
yeah.
That indicates invincibility. It's the same thing when you like die from stocks. Like you come back and you're like flashing white for a little bit, right? I'm
Yep.
invincible. So a lot of people, the way they edge guard is they'll like get off the ledge right away and do something like that because they're invincible, right? But for Marth, he gets to get around that pretty easily because he can like stall with the side B. He could go like do an immediate up B. He could do stall with the side B, do a double jump, and then up B. Like I messed it up there, but the point of being like you get to change your timing. And in other words, if someone grabs the ledge when you still have all your resources, you're able to like time them out and then hit them the second they're not invincible anymore, right? So
Yeah.
you basically like can get back like every time. So I'll link you a video on that, not to get super in depth into it. Just like tips on how to recover and make your recoveries like harder. Because I actually did that like the other day with someone. Yeah, here. I'll link you this one, and I'll link you this one. These are like the same video, but just like explained differently.
Wait, unskilled Roy? I played that dude the other day.
Oh, really? Yeah. Are you from New
Yeah, he
York?
4-0'd me.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm East Coast though. I played him the other day. He 4-0'd me.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. No, I'm coaching
So
him
dead
also.
ass. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I saw that. I'm like, didn't I fucking whip my ass the other day?
That's so funny. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah, that's funny. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it was like my first game on, and he whipped my shit.
yeah, he's getting pretty good. Um, but yeah, so that is what I got for you today. That kind of talks about how to like play on the ground with Marth. We kind of talked about how to space yourself a little bit. We talked about how to practice an uncle punch, and then we also talked about edge guarding and recoveries a little bit. Not with like here's the flowchart for how you get Fox, but just like how to break down like how do I hit an edge guard, right? So you can kind of think about it, why you're messing up or
Okay.
why you're not able to. And I think that's more helpful right away, just so you can like kind of get a feel for like, oh, I messed up there. I don't know if I did or not, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other last minute questions before we end things here? Because we're at
No, I
about an
think
hour. I don't want
you
to overwhelm
touched.
you.
No, I think you touched on a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, like what, like just what's the main takeaways so I can just like put this shit down and work